In the midst of a nightmare that no parent should ever have to endure, a mother's faith shines like a beacon of hope. This is the story of Julie Kupershtein, a mother whose son, Bar, was kidnapped by Hamas at the Nova Festival. Bar was more than just an innocent bystander. He was a paramedic and festival staff member who chose to stay behind to help the wounded, making multiple trips back and forth to evacuate people to safety. It was then that the terrorists took him hostage. One day recently, as Julie, who is seated to the left, was visiting her friend Ricky, seated to the right, her phone suddenly rang. As she lifted it to her ear, she could sense something was wrong. The voice on the other end was chilling, cold. It was the voice of a stranger, a member of Hamas. The terrorist spoke with a menacing calmness, every word carefully chosen to instill fear. He told Julie that if she ever wanted to see her son Bar again, she had to follow his demands without question. But his demands weren't simple requests. He instructed Julie to turn against her own people. Protest your government, he said. Condemn your army. Speak out against the leaders and soldiers who defend your country. Speak against Israel at the International Court of Justice in The Hague. The terrorist was asking a mother to betray her homeland and her people. The terrorist said, if you want to see him again, do as I say. Turn your back on everything you know. Stand against your own country, or you will never see your son alive. Julie's heart raced, the fear threatening to consume her. But as she listened, a profound calm settled over her. In that moment, she realized something that the captor could never understand. Her strength didn't come from fear, nor from any worldly power. Her strength came from a far deeper place. She took a deep breath, steadied her voice, and spoke words that came from the very core of her faith. Julie said, "You think you have power over my son, but you don't. My son is not in your hands. He is in the hands of the Creator of the world, and so are you." For a moment, there was only silence. Julie's words had stunned the terrorist. He had expected fear, maybe even desperation, but he was met with something he couldn't grasp, a faith so strong that even his threats held no power over it. All he could manage in response was a quiet, subdued, "Well done, ma'am." In that brief, powerful exchange, Julie had taken control. She reminded him, and herself, that while he may hold her son in captivity, the ultimate power lies with God. Her courage was rooted in a profound belief that her son's fate was not in the hands of man, but in the hands of the Almighty. Julie didn't allow fear to shake her. She didn't bow to threats. Instead, she turned to her faith, her unshakable belief that God was watching over her son, no matter how dark the situation seemed. Her words that day became a powerful declaration, a mother's trust in the Creator's protection. Bar, at just 21 years old, was beloved by all who knew him. Known for his kindness and a sense of responsibility beyond his years, he stayed at the festival site to help those in need, while chaos erupted around him. One of his paramedic friends told him to save himself, but Bar refused, saying, "You can go if you want, but I'm not leaving these people here behind." This selflessness left a lasting impact on the survivors, some of whom shared how he risked his own safety to save others that fateful day. Bar's story is not just one of bravery, but of profound sacrifice. His mother, Julie, has held on to every small sign of life since he was taken. In one of the first videos posted by Hamas, Bar could be seen lying face down, his hands tied behind his back, but still calling out to his captors to care for an injured hostage beside him. It was the only sign of life for Bar so far. A few months ago, Julie made a public appeal, asking for volunteers to use her son's tefillin, which are special prayer items worn on the arm and forehead, until his return. Attorney Tzvika Graver took up the call, receiving Bar's tefillin, and setting up a prayer stand in major cities, encouraging everyone to pray for Bar and the more than 100 hostages still held in Gaza. Zvika shares Bar's story with each person who uses the tefillin, creating a powerful connection. Many have been deeply moved by this act of faith and feel a personal bond with Bar as they pray for his safe return. When Zvika brought Bar's tefillin overseas, he found even more people eager to pray with them, saying the tefillin of a hostage inspired a sense of unity and hope. Bar's story is also the subject of a forthcoming documentary, October 7th, Voices of Pain, Hope, and Heroism, produced by Jamie Geller and the Aish HaTorah. The film focuses on 5 Israeli families impacted by the recent trauma, including Julie and her unshakable faith. In the documentary, Julie shares her most powerful statement: "My son is not in the hands of Hamas. He's in the hands of the Creator." Her words reveal a strength that has kept her going, even with no further signs of life from her son. Julie's faith didn't just keep her going, it gave her strength to speak the truth, even to her enemy. She knew that no matter how dark the situation, her son was not alone. She placed her trust fully in God, who watches over every one of us. Bar has always been a source of pride for his family. A young man who has faced more responsibility than most his age, supporting his family financially after his father was injured in a severe car accident and was left in a wheelchair. Even now, Bar's selflessness and his mother's resilience are testimonies of strength, love, and faith. More than 1,000 people have prayed with Bar's tefillin, and the movement continues. Julie receives photos and videos of these moments, seeing strangers praying with heartfelt devotion. Zvika recalls a powerful moment in the city of Bat Yam when a young man, a survivor from the Nova Festival, put on the tefillin for the first time and prayed from his heart, feeling a deep connection through Bar's story. So, what do you think about Julie's unwavering faith in the face of such adversity? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story moved you, please subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. And click thanks to support us. Together, let's spread hope and strength. Thank you for watching.